Guys, budgets are supposed to be public documents, but what happens if you try to grab one without permission? Well, a Rutgers student found out, and Rohan, you got the story for us. Tell us about it.
Yesterday, I brought you guys a video released by the Daily Targum, the Rutgers newspaper.
How many times I gotta tell you? 3 times already, right?
It was from July 20th, immediately preceding a Board of Governors meeting that had to do with the increase of tuition in the upcoming year. Now, the student Patrick Gibson took a binder containing sensitive material before the meeting and started to leaf through it as he walked around the tables. A Rutgers staffer gave chase and ultimately caught Patrick and ends up restraining him in what looks like a chokehold. Now, we all have our opinions on this video. Did the student set it up? Did the student deserve what he got? Should the staffer never touch a student, or was he justified? Rutgers spokesperson told me yesterday via telephone, Greg Trevor, that it was a misunderstanding between the staffer and the student, and they were looking into it. He alluded to the fact that there were sensitive documents in there. I have a good friend of the show with me right here, Charlie Kratovil, who is about as linked into New Brunswick as anybody there is. He's the editor of New Brunswick Today magazine.
It's sad. This is part of a pattern here at Rutgers. Not only have we seen student athletes get in trouble for violent assaults on, in some cases, their own support staff for the teams, but we've also had another incident where I was assaulted just for trying to ask a question of the president.
Hey, can you tell me how much money you made off the sale of Covance? How much money did you make off the sale of Covance, President Barchi?
Charlie, can I
Please don't push me, sir.
I saw the video. This is disturbing because it's part of a pattern. No public employee or student athlete should have special permission to put their hands on anybody. We all have to play by the same rules, and it's not cool what is depicted in that video.
Well, frankly, I'm surprised that we're 2 days into this thing and no one's given us a straight answer on what was there. If it's the budget, it's a public document. Anyone can see it at any time. If it's executive session minutes, you can't, but you will be able to eventually. Hank, I know you got strong feelings on this. What do you think?
Here's my problem with Rutgers. Rutgers is run like every other public body in the state of New Jersey as a patronage pit. The Board of Governors has how many people on it, Charlie? How many of them are actually necessary? Tuition goes up every single year, but how much of that's going toward books? How much of that's going into the classroom?
Rutgers is paying a lot of people not to work, actually, like former coaches and athletic directors who get favorable buyouts on their way out the door after screwing up. That's what our money is going to.
I think there's never any excuse to put your hands on somebody and put them in a chokehold. I chased the story of Eric Garner when the police did it. Outrage, protest. This guy
did not die. To be clear.
This kid did not die, but this kid has rights.
I just want to make a quick point. I think that there are people who have proper training to deal with these situations. They're police officers. There is no reason that an electrician should be putting their hands on a student. And I was actually assaulted by basically a bureaucrat. The director of the president's office was the one who forearm checked me in this room where I'm standing or sitting right now. These folks don't have proper training to be doing this stuff. They shouldn't be using force against people.
Well, we'll keep looking into this, Rohan, because there's always stuff that happens before the camera starts rolling, and I want to hear more about that. Thanks for the story.